let's go ahead and get into it. San Francisco fires thousands. No more jobs left. Man, this market, this economy is getting crazy. It's been crazy. Just listen to some of what these people are saying.
So I just found out this morning that they are phasing out my role at a job that I've had for the last 7 years.
Last week, my role, along with 7,000 other roles at my big tech company, were eliminated. This was the only job I had ever worked since graduating college. I'd been at this company for just about 5 years.
In 30 minutes, like I said, it is day 3 of finding out that I am being laid off.
San Francisco layoffs are beginning. Things are getting really...
Okay, before I let Buddy continue, I am in the Bay Area, and I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy out here before this happened. Like, it was crazy. It was getting very expensive out here before 2020. 2020 just sent things into like an extreme, like, crazy level when it comes to inflation and the de-dollarization, of our currency. But because the dollar has lost so much purchasing power, and because of COVID and everything happened, things are just so much expensive, so much more expensive. Now you add in the combination of that with this disruptive technology like AI, robotics, things that is going to be happening in a extremely near right now future. It's going to be a lot of situations like this happening. And I know people like, yeah, AI is not here to take your job. I don't know, because it's one of those things that this is the new wave. This is the next level. Because if these companies, CEOs, business owners, if they can cut costs, and make more by not giving out as much, you're getting better service, you're getting better quality work. You don't have to deal with 401k. You don't got to deal with medical or trying to take a leave. You just need somebody to monitor the machines, and train the machines. So you don't need as many people as you would if you don't have the machines, because humans love convenience and they love comfort. And that's what this new technology is going to be doing. So I'm going to let it continue, then I'll get into it some more.
It's scary with San Francisco, and let me tell you guys why. You got layoffs, shutdowns, and billions of dollars in smoke in the San Francisco biotech industry. So remember when loans were at like near 0% during the pandemic? It was super cheap to buy a house,
Hey, pay attention to the narrative of what he's saying, because I'm going to be honest. 100-year cycles is real. Like, do your own due diligence, man. I'm just wacky guy on YouTube making wacky guy YouTube videos, man. Tinfoil hat. But do your own research and your own due diligence about cycles and how things repeat and what happened 100 years ago.
We're cheap to get a car. And when loans are really cheap, companies experiment, they start expanding, and they hire a crap ton of people. And that's also a time when a lot of biotech companies started coming out and started doing really well. But when you have that sort of thing happening, a lot of money, starts floating around. It's pretty nice. All these little biotech companies are worth a lot. But now when loans are expensive, companies stop expanding, companies stop investing heavily in these companies. These biotech companies are just going up in smoke. $1 billion valuations are more like $1 million valuations. San Francisco tech layoffs are dropping, but they're still incredibly high.
Okay, so now this is important to pay attention to. Like, the reason why this is actually hella important to pay attention to is because we'll see during this 2020 period, yes, what happened then, and it ended up happening more, but it kept going. It kept going. It took a phase, and then it spiked back up around 2023, and then it kept going. Because you have a combination of the technology that's advancing. You have a combination of the money and what it is costing to run these businesses. You have what is costing to, take care of everyone in if it's more expensive to run a business, then every business is going to try to cut expenses. How can we cut more to make more? Because that's the name of the game. That's the name of the business game. I don't know if a lot of people know what it is, but welcome to reality. So what's happening right now, this opportunity with AI and with the shift, you have a opportunity to position yourself in a good spot because the technology is so new and you have to feed it data. Either we, as far as the people, the little guy, the individual is going to work with the technology and feed it, its experiences, its passion, its data, and its own type of creativity, and create its own lane, in that industry or that niche. Or the companies and the conglomerates that's already dominating the space, they're going to do the same thing, and they're just going to phase out, but they have more resources, more manpower, and more time to put the same amount of effort into, this AI and this tech that you do. So it's like crypto. It's exactly like crypto. Like, people don't understand, they don't understand cycles, and they don't understand where things are going based on the trends of what we're already on and what's been happening, So they're not paying attention. But these companies, they pay attention because they are the ones who are, pulling the strings out here. So the direction that everything is going, they're preparing, but the average Joe is not paying attention. Okay, let's continue.
I mean, if you look at the pandemic, that's not really that surprising. But after the pandemic, we still saw increased job cut, 143 people. But when you start looking at thousands of startups and companies in the Bay Area laying off, doesn't here,
let me rewind a little bit.
Also have Trump's federal workers fired, and also that hiring freeze. And now you also have some of the biggest tech companies laying people off. It might just be 143 people, but when you start looking at thousands of startups and companies in the Bay Area laying off, dozen here, 100 here, it starts kind of adding up. It's a little bit disturbing to see how many layoffs are happening and what.
It's been happening, but it's going to pick up. It's going to pick up. Just pay attention.
One of the biggest tech cities in the world. And right now, people are kind of done with San Francisco. There's also a lot of issues. At the same time, many people also complain that the job market is just bad everywhere.
It's trash.
Check out some of these videos.
Hey TikTok, it's been 22 days since I got laid off from my tech job. Fun Employment is doing well. I'm actually feeling so much better this week. I've talked to 2 career coaches and they were super helpful in helping me organize my thoughts and then creating a plan of action for when I'm ready to jump into job searching.
Man, a plan of action, you need that now. You need that like 10 years ago. No, well, I'm not going to say 10 years ago. It would have been nice if you were in the field. But you need to really, really, really dive into what things is going, And I drill this a lot because, like, I've always had work and did good jobs and different things. But stuff changed in 2020, and it probably changed before that. I was living overseas in Australia from 2016 to 2015, 2016 to 2019, 2020. And when I was over there, I was just seeing how different the country was, and I was seeing how automated a lot of things was. But the population is not as big as in the United States. Matter of fact, their population for the whole country is smaller than California, and I'm in the Bay Area. So I'm just like, I'm seeing so much opportunity because there's so much space. Here, it's not, we don't have that type of convenience, because it's so many people. It's more cutthroat because it is so many people, So it's like, man, you have to be doing due diligence to really build skills, like for real, build skills, then pay attention, like lock in, network, build. Don't just network with people here, network with people other places. Create your own, like for real, like it's so vital.
I also had a call today with someone I met on LinkedIn who was giving away free resume review. I think overall the call went really well. He had some great tips and suggestions for my resume. He also took a look at my LinkedIn profile and gave me feedback there, which was really, really nice. He does come from a marketing background, and so a lot of his approaches is very marketing-esque. He was talking about building my personal brand and was commenting about how much connections I have on LinkedIn. And he was like, you only have 296 connections on LinkedIn. And he's like, we need to bump that up. And I was like, okay.
Like, people don't understand that everything is going to be kind of social currency. Like, that's kind of the transition of where we're going, because if robots and AI provide the manual labor and the mental labor too, or the administrative, the things that just things get automated, the only thing that a lot of humans will be doing is providing, overseeing for the robots and the AI, which it doesn't require that many, once it's automated. Then you have entertainment, or education. So a lot more people will be doing social media and content. Content is probably going to start to pick up drastically. Man, I could see it time multiplying whatever happened during the pandemic. I could see it picking up, because eventually I believe these social media platforms will pay more than these jobs, honestly.
Um, some of his approaches, I don't know, doesn't really align with me. So maybe I can just disregard that. I've also been feeling a bit of love and hate relationship with LinkedIn right now, because it's so, if you go in there, it's kind of like doom and gloom. So I've been trying to avoid going in there in the last 2 weeks because I'm in resting mode. I feel like LinkedIn is a professional Facebook, and I still don't know how I feel about it. I definitely think there's pros and cons, but what the guy was telling me is I have to create noise for myself and create my personal brand. I'm just trying to find work that pays me money so I can pay my bills. Anyone with me on this?
I just got laid off about 2 hours ago. I think I'm still shocked. I just can't believe that it happened. There were absolutely no signs from the company that it was gonna happen. 9:30, I got a Teams message from my boss asking if I was free, which definitely was kind of weird, but I thought that he wanted to talk about something that we had discussed yesterday. So I was like, yeah, of course I'm free, what's up? And then they dialed me into a video call where my boss was sitting in the office in a conference room with this lady from legal. And they just basically told me I was being let go. And it was super formal, super sterile, which this is why I always say don't give your everything to a company, because when it comes to laying people off, they just fire you like that. I was pretty shocked, and I kind of got
Smart woman. That's is what it is. Unless it's your company, get your own corporation.
teary-eyed, borderline was gonna start crying, and I held it together, and I basically told myself this is my last time where I'm gonna see my boss and be able to ask him any questions and get closure. So I was no, I need to ask him any questions I have. So I basically asked is this a performance thing? Was this, I was doing international marketing for them, is international just drying up and that's not going to be a priority anymore? And he basically gave some vague answer, which was no, this is overall the entire company were doing layoffs, so you're just one of many. Then they dialed HR in, so HR started going over my severance package, and then they passed me to IT, where he wiped my computer and had me wipe my phone. The whole process was 30 minutes, and basically I just started calling my family and texting some of my coworkers, and then I guess I found out that our entire marketing team, there were
The entire marketing team. Now, I'm wondering if what replaced them, because the business is still going to go. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get where it's going, you know? And she said it's like 35, or let's look here.
I think like 35, 40 people. Like, I think
Man.
there's only like 10 people left.
Now, out of 45, 40, 50, 30 people, 40 people, let's say that, you know, 10 people, you got AI, man, you doing way more than the amount that was let go, to be honest.
And company-wide, I think they got rid of 20%.
20%.
Yeah, I've just been sitting here basically for the past like 3 hours processing, talking to people. You guys have any tips? Like, what should I be doing? Do I sign up for unemployment? Please let me know. This is the first time in my career that this has happened, so this is all super new to me. Definitely be sharing more with all of you guys, and I'm just really grateful that I have, you know, all of your guys' support, and I'm excited to share this next part of my journey with you, and I'm re-recruiting and seeing how that goes. So definitely follow if you want to see this next part of my journey, and I love you guys so much.
I may or may not be getting laid off in 5 minutes, so I made sure I looked cute, but we'll see. May the odds be ever in my favor.
Hey, Hunger Games is real out here, because that's really what it's turning into. Ooh, it's real out here.
It happened. I don't know why I'm like laughing, smiling, but I got laid off. I held my own in the meeting though. I didn't cry. So yeah, if anyone else has gone through this, I'm sending you the deepest sympathies. It sucks. This has never happened to me before, but we'll make it through. We'll survive, and I'm gonna be on the job hunt now.
Yep.
I fell off. I have spent the last year and a half interviewing at FANG companies, competing at top AI companies. I have had no fun with friends, no dating, I have not seen my family. We're in survival mode. Get the bag, get your career back. I'm gonna burn out. I felt my performance starting to dip. I took a break. I took like a 2-week break. Okay, maybe it was like 3. Basically burnt out all the way and rested. Then I went into like a 5-day depression. I created a program to get my mindset back to where it needs to be in order for me to feel my best and compete my best to get back into this job search. If your mindset is in the way of something you're trying to do, you can rewire your mindset in about like 1 to 2 weeks. I'll make other videos on how I do. Sometimes it just takes a minute to get back up and dust yourself off. And that's what I've been doing.
Okay, I was laid off from my job, my cushy tech sales job, like about 4 months ago now. I have not looked for another job, and I was so delulu that I was like, I'm going to become a content creator. I had never really posted online. I had an Instagram, but like never was like putting myself out there like this. And I literally was so delulu that I was like, it has to work. Like, I literally am not made to labor for the man like sitting behind some desk. I couldn't do it anymore. And now, a few months in, I have had brands that have reached out to me, doing collabs. I've gotten into TikTok Shop affiliate. I've only made a couple sales on there so far, but I'm feeling hopeful. I am doing all the things like Amazon affiliate, Shop My, everything. And I was just curious, are you guys, and also, wait, I'm also doing Amazon seller account too, which is a whole new thing. I wanted to know, are you guys curious about this? Are these things that you guys would want to know about on this page? Because I find it so fascinating. So if you want to know more about like how I'm making money online and kind of any specific one of those avenues, will you let me know in the comments to know if I should do more of like a video on this?
So I just found out this morning that they are phasing out my role at a job that I've had for
Phasing out her role. That's, man, I'm telling you, pay attention to the lingo.
the last 7 years. There was no indication that this was happening, like no warning signs. It's a pretty small company, and I'm close with a lot of my coworkers, and I just didn't see this coming. It's just a super uncertain time, and I don't even know what to do next. I've been in this role for such a long time. I feel like I'm so rusty when it comes to, submitting applications and interviewing and, what are people looking for now? I kind of had a mixed role at my company. I was doing a lot of business development, building proposals, but I also dabbled in some product management as well as operations. So it kind of spanned the gamut.
Okay, so just saying that again, everything that she's saying, man, you could dive into an AI and do it in like 30 seconds for real. 30 seconds to a minute and do the same thing.
So yeah. Any tips or tricks, on
If only advice I would give to her is say, man, pour everything that you learned into your own bot or your own AI system, into a platform. Go build something out. And I noticed, because I've been working in this space since I think it was December 2022. So like a couple of weeks after ChatGPT first came out, I started getting into it heavy. I was already coding prior to that, and I'm like, honestly, I've seen it evolve so much, and it's only an extension of what you have already, what you can do already. That's all it is. And a lot of people just need to take advantage of it before it gets out of reach. That's really what it is right now. Take advantage of it and get, like, oh my gosh, just get on it. I'm telling you, just get on it.
When you apply to jobs would be much appreciated. We're in the middle of hunting for a house.
Damn. That's rough.
So this is definitely going to put a wrench in things. I had really good insurance at my current job, and my daughter is on my insurance, and we're going through the fertility process. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's next.
100-year cycles is real.
Last week, my role, along with 7,000 other roles at my big tech company, were eliminated. This was the only job I had ever worked since graduating college. I'd been at this company for just about 5 years. I never felt like I was someone who made my job my entire identity. I know that I'm so much more than my job. I know that you are so much more than your job. And I know that there's a lot out there besides just work. That being said, I've been surprised how challenging it has been to navigate this new phase of life. There's a lot of grief involved in a job loss.
Man.
You grieve the loss of community, you grieve the loss of financial security, the loss of the direction that you think your life is heading in. First time in
Sound like a relationship for real.
My life that I've ever not known what to do between the hours of 9 to 5. I know a lot of people out there are going through very similar things right now. So come with me as I learn to navigate what my next steps are going to look like and share my learnings along the way. And I know it's going to turn out just okay. I'm so grateful you're here. Love you.
So it's been about 10 months since I've been laid off, and I've learned.
Man, I just want to say, look, man, y'all gonna go through it, but look, hey, you can bounce back. You can bounce back. Just, you got to remember to prioritize yourself and really put in the work, really grind, like really, really grind. And move with the trends. Don't move against the waves. Learn about this system. Learn about starting corporations. Learn about the differences between a LLC and a C Corp or a S Corp, or dealing with trust and dealing with sole proprietorship. Like, you need to learn all of these different things. Man, if you need assistance learn it, I'm an affiliate with Economic Masonry. Shout out to OG Derek Whitehead, man. He's really, really good, man. Like, a well of information. But you need to learn about this game that you playing. You feel me? And learn to play it correctly. Learn to play the game correctly. It makes all the difference.
I learned so much about myself during this time period. One thing's for sure is that I do not ever in my life, I don't care if hell freezes over, I'm not working a 9 to 5 job again. I don't desire that.
I don't think nobody do, buddy. I think everybody's about to have a good wake up call at the same time. Honestly, keeping this solid, I think everybody's about to wake up. I think it's a mass exodus, and I don't know if it's the system that's pushing it in that direction or if it's the consciousness level rising on the mass level, But people was fed up. They was fed up prior to 2020 for real. Around 2019, it was fed up. But I think the economy just got to it before people did. So you feel me? It's a incredible conversion. But man, make something shake for your life right now.
I desire to build businesses and follow my passions and ventures and things like that. My main passion is music. I love creating songs that connect and resonate with people. So I'm continuing to flex that muscle, continuing to share out my music in the universe, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the vehicle is. I'm just glad to be connecting with other humans that get it. And at the end of the day, I want to stay true to myself. Like, I hate it.
Hey, it's not all bad. That's not a bad thing. Like, it's a lot of, like, man, I don't know. It's a dirty, scandalous process, and there's gonna be a lot of pain that come with it. But out of the destruction, I think it will cause people to get together and become better. If we pay attention correctly. If we really start like putting each other first. If we start to really like, first we gotta get the elephant that's in the room. We gotta speak on it. Everybody gotta start telling the truth about everything. And I'm talking about like the history of this place, like how people actually feel. We have to get rid of the narratives that we have about each other that's been indoctrinated into us. It's a lot of work to do, but if the work is done, man, it's gonna be bueno.
My job, I prayed so much for the opportunity to be able to make music full-time and content creation full-time. Quit that tech job that was just sucking the soul and life out of me. Boom, that happened. And it threw me for a loop at first. Like, I was all like, what the hell am I gonna do? How am I gonna like sustain the living? How am I gonna eat, pay the bills? But the Lord provides. The Lord provides. Yes, he does. But I'm getting through it, and I'm not worried about it because I know there's just something pulling me forward, saying keep going, keep creating, and keep listening to the voice inside because you on to something. You can change people's lives with this shit.
Man.
Why is there a motorcycle going? But anyway, you can change lives with this stuff. So I'm going to continue to work with affirmation, not for it.
Yeah, man.
And
keep doing it.
Stay true to my passion. Stay true to my gut.
Hey.
Let's see where this bad boy takes us.
Do that, man. Keep doing that. Stay true to you. Keep moving.
So join me for the ride. I want you to follow what's calling you, because wouldn't the world be a better place if we all did what we were passionate about?
Man, feel me?
That'd be awesome. Do what it is you fucking love. When there's a will, there's a way. Just have faith. Put in work. I know it's hard to have faith sometimes, but everything starts with a thought. You gotta imagine it. You gotta call things that aren't as though they were. I don't know. Take this as a sign. Do your shit. I'm gonna do mine. I'll see you on the next one.
So currently, because of all the layoffs, I have a few friends that are interviewing, and for one of the interviews that my friend went to, she had to do a Draw My Life series for an interview for an IoT company. And it's very funny because like, I don't even know what I would say in that Draw My Life series that would make me a compelling candidate for that company. Like, do I just draw my life and tell them like, hey, ever since I was a little girl, I really wanted to bring shareholder value and hit the KPIs and optimize our OKRs for the organization? I don't know what they want to hear, especially if they're asking for something so ludicrous. And I feel like with the interview process now, they are being way more picky and going
people, what she's saying is it's not an isolated thing. They are
through way more rounds, and you got to do stuff like I don't know, tell them your whole life story in order to get a job.
Hunger Games, real Hunger Games.
And you have to tell them something super compelling and almost like lie to them and say, yeah, I've always dreamed of working at this IoT company.
Because you got to be dedicated to their mission. If you're not dedicated to your own, you're going to have to be dedicated to theirs.
Thousands of tech workers are losing their jobs and the numbers keep rising. Now,
Facts.
according to TechCrunch, Amazon had over 100 layoffs from Alexa, Echo, Ring, and etc. Microsoft had over 6,500 job cuts. Now that's 3% of their global staff. Chegg laid off around 248 of its employees. Now that's around 22% of their workforce. Match Group, including Henge and Tinder, laid off around 325 of their employees, and that's roughly around 13% of their workforce. And CrowdStrike laid off around 500 of their employees, and that's around 5% of their workforce. These tech players are making huge structural changes.
Man.
And throughout the whole year of 2025, there has been over 50,000 tech layoffs, and it's only May. So you might be wondering, what is driving this? Well, it's not only AI and automation. It's also cost-cutting, slower growth forecasts, and investor pressure. Some of it is about automation, but some of it is also about boosting profits.
Bingo.
And while tech keeps evolving, thousands of people are getting left behind. The future of work is here, but it's not totally safe. Do you think tech companies should be held more accountable? Drop your thoughts down below and follow for more tech updates.
What y'all think?
Morning. This is what the life of a...
Now, before I let her finish us off, with her comments, I just want to say, look, man, real talk. It's these tech companies, they're just the beginning. Other companies will implement it as well. And as the consciousness or the intelligence factor of the AI, which is the mental game, elevates, the physical factor will start to be built out as well. So a lot of people think manual labor, is listen. They got something already, figure 1 or figure 2. I forgot what's the company called, but they already working on minor robotics and robotics that's doing like basic dirt work that a lot of people don't want to do. A lot of regular, manual labor. So get in the game. Just get in the game. Get in the game, elevate, start investing, really pay attention. Really pay attention. This shift is real, man. And it is, we at a point. We at a pivotal moment, I just want y'all to be good, man. For real.
Mom of one who has some pretty serious health issues.
That's tough.
Who just got fired.
Damn, that's tough.
Morning looks like. So far we've done coffee and fiber. We're still gonna go to the gym in about 40 minutes. And I've got my computer here to do something towards getting a job. Yesterday when I got home, I cried, FaceTimed my best friend, and got a call from another one of my really good friends. And updated my resume and submitted to a few recruiters and jobs. So, day 1.
Man, so y'all go check out this video, Market Gains. Boom, we gonna give a like. Man, look, man, I don't care if you so-called white, so-called black, Asian. I don't care if you're a man, if you're a woman. I don't care what your religion is. You could be Christian, you could be Muslim, you could be... I don't care. I don't care. I just want to see people win. And I want to see people win, and then after you win, help somebody else win. And help more people win. It needs to be more people winning out here. More individuals winning. More people winning. More real people winning. Less companies winning, less corporations winning. Unless it's the people forming their own corporations. Do what these corporations are doing. Make your corporation. Get in the game. Get in the game and play the game. Like, for real. Play the game the right way. Man. Let y'all leave y'all comments. Yeah, man. Tap in with me. Especially if you need a community. You feel me? Like, man, if you working on anything and you needed to get it out there, hey, man, let's work. If you're dealing with any type of trauma or any type of, issue, like if you got laid off and you just need somebody to speak up, man, tap in with the community, man. Yeah. Okay. Y'all take it.